Dramatic music. Title fades in. HOA Karen cut down my $250,000 tree, then sued at me when it crushed her car. Cut to Ryan, sitting in a cozy living room, looking directly at the camera. Ryan, VO. To most people, it was just a tree. To me, it was the heart of my home. A 110-year-old oak, planted as part of Denver's city beautification project in 1912. My wife Amber and I bought this house 8 years ago, and that tree, it was love at first sight. Show flashback of Ryan and Amber moving into the house, admiring the tree. But not everyone in the neighborhood shared our love for it. And that's where our nightmare began, with Karen. Cut to HOA meeting, Karen standing, smug expression, addressing the group. Karen, we need to have a serious discussion about large, aging trees in the neighborhood. Safety first, right? Ryan, VO. Karen was a self-appointed queen of the HOA, a woman in her late 40s, divorced, and dedicated to enforcing every rule like a drill sergeant. I had my first run-in with her over a wildflower garden I planted in the front yard. She called it an eyesore and demanded I remove it. I fought back and won. From that moment on, I knew Karen had it out for me. Show Karen leaving a nasty note in Ryan's mailbox. Ryan reads it, rolls his eyes. But the real war started when she set her sights on my tree. Karen walking by Ryan's house, sipping coffee, eyeing the oak tree. Karen, smirking. That tree is getting awfully big. You know, old trees can be dangerous. One strong storm and down they go. Ryan, VO. At first, I ignored her. But then she started spreading rumors, telling neighbors a tree was unstable, a ticking time bomb. Show Karen gossiping with neighbors, pointing at the tree, exaggerating. She even went as far as to slip a fraudulent arborist report under my door, claiming my tree was rotten and had to be removed immediately. Ryan holds up the report, confused, then suspicious. Amber reads it, furious. Amber, this is fraud. Ryan, she's straight up lying. Dramatic music. Ryan working from home, sipping coffee. Suddenly, loud buzzing of chainsaws. He rushes outside. Ryan, shouting, "What the hell are you doing?" Cut to workers, chainsaws cutting into the tree trunk. One worker turns to Ryan, confused. "Worker, the HOA president hired us. She said it's an emergency removal." Ryan grabs clipboard, sees Karen's signature. Eyes widen in anger. "Ryan, this is private property. You have no right to touch this tree." Karen struts in, arms crossed, fake smile. "Karen, Ryan, let's be reasonable. This is for the safety of the neighborhood." Ryan, reasonable. "You hired people to trespass and destroy my tree without permission." Suddenly, ominous creaking. The tree leans. Everyone looks up, panicked. Ryan, shouting, "Move!" Slow motion as a tree crashes down, directly onto Karen's Mercedes convertible. The car is crushed like a soda can. Silence. Then, Karen's piercing scream. Karen, horrified. "My car!" Karen turns to Ryan, furious, pointing a shaking finger. "Karen, this is your fault. You will pay for this." Cut to Ryan and Amber, stunned, as Karen storms off. Days later, Ryan finds a stack of legal papers in the mailbox. His face hardens. Ryan, VO. Karen, sued me. She blamed me for the tree crushing her car. Amber, reading the lawsuit, furious. She cut into the tree herself. How can she sue you? Show Ryan meeting with his lawyer, discussing strategy. Ryan, VO. Luckily, my insurance company launched an investigation. A real arborist confirmed the tree was perfectly healthy until Karen's crew damaged it. Cut to court scene. Karen on the stand, sweating under questioning. Lawyer, so you hired an unqualified arborist. Karen, nervous, stammering. I didn't know they weren't certified. Lawyer smirks, drops a final document on the table, a neighborhood complaint list. Lawyer, you didn't like the tree because it didn't fit the neighborhood aesthetic. Isn't that right? Karen's face turns pale. Murmurs in the courtroom. News spreads in the neighborhood. Cut to HOA members releasing a statement disowning Karen. HOA rep. Karen's actions were a gross misuse of authority. She does not represent us. Karen sitting in her empty house, packing boxes. She looks bitter, defeated. Ryan, VO. Karen was forced to pay $250,000 in damages, resign as HOA president, and was banned from the neighborhood for 10 years. She sold her house and left town. Cut to Ryan and Amber standing over the stump of their fallen oak tree. Amber, it's not fair. That tree survived over 100 years, and she killed it just because she could. Ryan takes Amber's hand. They look at each other, determined. Ryan, VO. But we weren't going to let Karen have the last word. Montage of Ryan and Amber planting a young oak tree in its place. Soft, hopeful music plays. Ryan, it's not the same, but it's a start. Amber smiles, snaps a picture of the new tree. Ryan, VO. Resilience isn't just about surviving. It's about growing, adapting, and moving forward. Final shot. The new tree standing tall, the sun shining through its leaves. Ryan back in his living room, looking at the camera. Ryan, so what do you think? Did Karen get what she deserved? Let me know in the comments. And if you've ever had a nightmare HOA story, I'd love to hear it. Music swells. Screen fades to black. Text appears. Like, subscribe, and stay shocked.